Special thanks to Dermajoy CBD. Make sure to check out the website, dermajoycbd.com.
Yes, sir. Make your skin smile. People always ask me, what the heck you mean by make your skin smile? You know what I mean? Like, really?
Hey.
But for real, I think skin does smile in the way that it feels, the way that it functions, and the way that it performs. You know what I'm saying? And so healthy skin is going to show, it's going to glisten, it's going to have a glow about it, it's going to be blemish free. And I think,
Hey, I'm not going to take your word for it. Look at my face.
Cheese, oh boy.
Welcome back to the Ride. It's the Ballhead Barbershop. Paul Rivers, Sterling Stevenson, and you already know. You already know.
Already know.
Ain't that something? It's something about the vernacular of a geographic region. Being from Central Florida, you already know.
Hold on. First of all, people from Central Florida don't say vernacular. Not teasing. Yes, we do.
People from Florida A&M University do.
I'm from Florida A&M University. So I guess I got a vernacular. Look
you got a little bit of a
vernacular.
Did I just diversify your vernacular?
You just diversified my vernacular. I feel vernacular. Vernacular.
You're doing too much.
Bruh, I enjoy it. But I look forward to this, man. It's like therapy for me, bro.
But I thought it was just me. The therapeutic value of what we do, if it's not good for y'all, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's good for me, and now that I know it's good for bro, I'm all good. So y'all welcome to what we do and how we do it, and even a bit of therapeutic.
Is it good to you? I like it.
That's in my playlist, dog. That's in my playlist. That's a jam. But back to what I was saying, man, if it's good for y'all, definitely we certainly hope you're enjoying getting something off your mind. And that's the whole premise of the Ballhead Barbershop. We're both shiny bald, and what bald man goes to the barbershop, it's not the location. It's the mantra, the aura of what we do and how we do it. So
what we do, yeah.
My first question to you, man, how you doing?
What's the word? I don't want to use irie.
Okay.
I want to use something more irie than irie. What's more irie than irie? Irie man. That's it. Irie man. Making people go, stop.
I mean, like, they gonna boycott you.
Right.
Boycott him, not me.
Nah, man. But I feel good, man. I love coming to the studio to record. We hope you guys, like he said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Reach out to us on social media. We look forward to engaging with you.
Man, people actually send me, I want to stay anonymous. And I respect that. They say they enjoy the show, enjoy what we do.
Say it with your chest.
I've gotten a couple of not so favorables, but I respect opinions. They like tail holes. Everybody has one.
And some stink.
Some stink more than others.
That's true.
But it's all of what we do is unscripted, unrehearsed, and it's really lighthearted. But when you're with your friend, and Paul and I have been friends for years, it's not just the studio.
Right.
I mean, it was once upon a time I was about to start charging this joker rent at my house. But, a friend is always welcome.
Yes, sir.
And you can't call everybody your friend.
You cannot. And that's what we're talking about today. What about your friend?
That song by TLC, What About Your Friends? Will they stand your ground?
Friend? Will they stand their ground again? Oh. All right, I'm back.
But, it's amazing. What about your friends? A friend is somebody, my interpretation of a friend is someone who would be with you when you're right and tell you when you're wrong.
Yes, and a good friend gonna do that.
Man.
Because less than that, you just a yes man. Yes, a yes woman.
I don't care what I achieve, what I do, where I'm going, or where I am. I do not want a yes man around me. And that's one thing I respect. You've told me, hey man, you're wrong. For example, leave now.
Yeah, you was dead wrong. You got wrong, and then you got dead wrong.
And you know what? Honestly, I accept that accountability because I had to do self-evaluation of me and reliving that moment. If you're wondering what is leave now, you got to go back to some previous episodes. No, we're not going to tell them. We're not going to tell them.
He's scared the Jehovah Witness lady to death when the Jehovah Witness people double time out your driveway.
Well, that's how I felt at that time.
Clearly, you wanted her to leave, not later, right now.
Not right now, but right now.
and she obliged. Well, when I tell you, she did an about face and got the driveway.
She asked for
I felt so bad, bro. I was like, bro, you didn't have to yell at her like that.
I'm still working on feeling bad for her, but you know.
Whatever. but yeah, a good friend it's accountability, bro. Right. It's about accountability because at the end of the day, a good friend wants to see you be your best.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, just speaking from the heart, I always want to see the best for my friends, right. Especially my friend that I'm closest and tightest with, this guy.
Right.
Because it's like when you win, I feel like I'm winning. And when I win, I know you've congratulated me. Man, dog, I'm happy for you. Yeah. And the amazing thing about friends, and there's a thin line between friendship and acquaintances. Yeah. You might have known someone for years and only be an acquaintance. And think back, man, we met each other through our mutual friend, Kevin. Mm-hmm. And it's just like from day one, it just clicked. And for me, that's not the norm at all.
Wow.
But, you know, as we dive into different segments and facets of what we do and what we're going to talk about today, ladies, I don't want you to feel, think, or believe that we're at all attacking you. Now, it's often been said that, what'd you say, bro?
At least not me. Somebody be attacking women all the time.
I don't attack women, man. I don't.
It's more like a friendly maul.
Wow.
a friendly maul, that's it.
But ladies, please, if you feel like I'm attacking you, drop me a message on Facebook, Sterling Stevenson. Real easy to find.
Ooh, look at the flashlight. Look at the message board light now.
Man, somebody unplug that board over there. But no, serious, ladies, we're going to talk about some of your friendships and how the voices, external voices.
The outside voices are louder than the inside presence. Boy, that was good.
Say that one more time.
I got to get that one to you.
Say that one more time.
With that one. That was good.
Say it one more time.
When the outside voices are louder than the inside presence. Ooh, buddies. But
wait. Ushers are coming right now. They're going to go ahead and take up the offering. I'm going to get a benediction and we out, man.
Preach, brother.
No, I ain't going to preach because if I do, I got to take up the offering. I got to take up the offering. But, you know, ladies, be careful of who you call a friend because just because y'all dress alike, look alike, and even act alike, you might not have the same mindset. Now, to the ladies who are married or in a long-term committed relationship, your single friends can't tell you what's best in your household. I'll say it again. Married women who have been in long-term relationships, your single friends cannot tell you what's best for your household.
I don't know. I think I put it like this. I'm single, and I think I give dudes sound relationship advice based on my experiences. You know what I'm saying?
20-second timeout.
20-second timeout.
I want y'all to go back about 18 seconds, and the first word I said was ladies.
And now we're to the attacking problem.
No, it's not.
Here come the mall. Here come the mall, baby.
No, I'll take my teeth out.
Me too.
Oh, God. But no, ladies, again, I can't say it enough. It's not an attack. I'll be as ginger as possible.
Saying it softly, don't take away the mauling. The pit bull gonna bite you soft, slow.
Yeah. But no, ladies, your friends, watch how they give you advice. And the reason why, oftentimes women will listen with an ear of emotion the words that are spoken with emotion, those by a friend, and it might be a determination or judgment based upon what they've lived or experienced. And you, instead of following your man, will listen to the ill advice of your friend who may be dealing with the trauma and applying it to your life. That's not, in my opinion, my very humble opinion, not the best thing for your household. That is that external voice that has more presence than the man with whom the woman is in the relationship. Do you agree?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But I think it goes both ways, because you can have the same way a female that's been through trauma can give her friend inside the relationship bad advice based on her trauma. It can happen with dudes. I got homeboys had, rocky relationship.
Right.
As a result, they're scorned. I mean, they bitter, and everything they say to me is in the scope of, F them, screw them,
Yeah.
and that's bitter,
Not to sound misogynistic or in any way sexist, but I think men and women, trauma is trauma.
Right.
But men and women compartmentalize traumas different.
People compartmentalize trauma differently.
I can agree with that. When you're dealing with trauma, I don't want to, I won't even go down that rabbit hole, because then I sound clinical, and I'm not anybody's clinical anything.
Right.
But I do think that that external voice having more influence is such a broad stroke in the palette of a relationship, because it's easy and convenient to listen to your friends, because, like we said in the pregame, those external voices having more influence than the voice inside, be it man or woman. You got to do what's best for your relationship and tune out those external voices.
Right. I mean, but that's the struggle in itself. I mean, if we talking about relationships, it could be, two homeboys,
right,
or it could be a dude and his girl.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I think that really trips a lot of people up is it's easy to listen to each other or talk to or communicate when everything's
good, right?
When stuff goes south, you ain't studying me, I ain't studying you, I ain't trying to hear you gotta say. You ain't trying to hear I gotta say.
I'm going to the frat house. I'm going to Hollister.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm going to my dog house. I'm gonna go there.
And he gonna agree with me.
We gonna chill. We gonna do what we gotta do. She like, I just need to get out. I'm gonna go, girls' night out or whatever. So the problems come in. People, at least in my experience, in relationships, when it's bad, that's when you have to learn to tune in the most, because that's when you really need to communicate
with each other
out of the bad spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We in a bad spot. We ain't seeing eye to eye. You ain't trying to hear what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say. And that's where we start listening to other people more.
Correct.
And depending on who we listening to and where they coming from. But it's a lot of people out there that give really good advice from a wholesome, healthy, well-rounded perspective.
Right.
But you got some bitter, nasty, scorned men and women out there. And when they friends come to them for advice, usually what they got to say is going to be something reflective of their business.
Where they've been, right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you internalize it. Yeah, you know what?
He's right.
Him. I'm finna go home and kick this joker out the house, And
hey, shout out to Dermajoy CBD. Thank you for all that you do in making the Ballhead Barbershop at Studio 2305 a great success.
But I love it, man. When I shave my head and I hit the head with the facial scrub, oh my God, bro!
Remember I first told you about this facial scrub?
Yeah, you tried.
No joke. No joke. I shaved, beep, 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 hit the facial scrub, hit it all over, and my right hand to God, I had this goofy, cheesy smile on my face because my skin felt so good. Yeah. And that tagline of makes your skin smile.
Yeah, make your skin
I found myself smiling in the mirror.
There it is. DermaJoyCBD.com. Check it out.
Hey, but you know what, dog? I think I call it a waiting to exhale meeting. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Making reference to the movie Waiting to Exhale. When y'all have that meeting and the one who comes in hurt, you send her back out angry. The Bernadine, you don't want to turn your homegirl into Bernadine. If you don't remember who that is, that's the one who set Michael Beach's character's clothes on fire.
Oh, yeah. They know it is. You burnt up. Everything must go.
And then at $1 sale.
$1 sale.
The disrespect.
Yeah.
But your friend, your real
nice speakers too, but I wish I would
have been. Your real friend is not going to allow you to make that mistake. Your real friend.
Right, exactly. And that's what I was saying, accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's been plenty of times where I can see where my bias leads me to think a certain way. And if somebody came to me and asked me something or asked my opinion on something inside of that bias, you know, I'm going to lead with that. I'm like, look, I might not be the best person for you to ask on this, because I'm going to be honest with you, bro, where I'm at right now with it.
Might not be the hole you're trying to go down.
It might not be what you want to go tell your people when you get home.
Over the years, how many times have you heard me say one or two things? I might not be the best one to ask about that, or don't listen to me. Because I know I'm going to lead you wrong every single time. But you know what, man? In that vein of friendship, I'm going to change gears just a little bit as I'm sitting here thinking about it. I was talking with a young brother for whom I have a lot of respect, Tavares Barnes.
Okay.
And I remember once I gave him some advice that I usually give couples at their wedding receptions. If it's a wedding I'm hosting, I always make sure to impart this one little nugget of thought. And it is, there's a difference in your relatives and your family. Once you get married, your relatives are mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, guide, cousins. Those are relatives. Your family is now your husband or your wife and the kids, if there are any. You cannot tell your relatives family business.
I agree.
You understand that?
I agree.
Your relatives, you love them, but you don't have the same bloodline. I think the Bible even says that, you know, the husband and wife stick together closer than the marrow is to the bone. That means nothing comes between them. Not even your outside kids or even the kids in your household.
Right.
So, again, I ain't going to preach no more, because if I do, I got to take up the offer.
Yeah. Please don't.
Cash out $$ Uncle Big Daddy in case you want to give to the cause.
I do agree, though. You know, I mean, you always going to have extended family that you trust, but you got to know your source.
Again,
you got to know your source. You got to know, you know, you got to, that's the only way to say it. You got to know your source.
If I can correct the terms that you use, extended family would be relatives. They get limited access, limited information.
Right.
Family, that's what it is. That's the nucleus of who and what you are. The ones for whom you'll bleed and you'll make somebody bleed over. You're right. I'll bleed over my mom.
Right.
I will bleed, but I'm not married. Therefore, mom is my family right now.
Right.
But when I say I do, there's a transition where mom, my brother, my sister, my dad, even my bone, instantaneously.
Right.
Transformation.
I agree. Now, once you create a household with somebody, that household is the top priority.
That was my point.
I absolutely agree. I couldn't agree more.
That was my point.
Now, inside that household, when things are going south and communication lacks, and you are seeking advice from somebody outside the household, know your source.
Okay. So,
and don't seek advice from questionable sources.
Oftentimes you won't know it's questionable until you apply their not so wise counsel to your situation. And now it's going wrong. It's like,
and, you know, I ain't know you was dumb until you showed me you was dumb. But now that I know you're dumb,
I know not to listen to you again. So, you know, now let's go down another rabbit hole.
Okay.
You said consider the source of counsel from where you get your counseling, right?
Correct.
So what is it when somebody goes to the pastor?
Ooh, that's spiritual counseling.
Now the question is, There are 4 basic securities that a man must establish in order to call himself a woman's man. One of those securities is that spiritual security. So now it's problems in the household. Wife going to the pastor. Pastor might not be giving the most, 20-second pause. Pastors, this is not an attack on you.
Now you're mauling preachers. First you call the women, now you're mauling preachers.
No.
Listen up, man. This is the new pit bull.
But no, my brother's actually a pastor. Shout out to West Orlando Christian Center Church of God in Christ.
Yes,
1301 East Bay Street in beautiful Winter Garden, Florida. But shameless plug, you're gonna pay me for that too, Byron. But the pastor might not give the most wholesome advice.
But then that goes to knowing your source.
Again, so if let's just say for kicks and giggles, if you will, pastor has an ulterior motive with your wife.
Again, that's knowing your source. It's like what's the show BMF? But they got Snoop Dogg as the preacher, right?
But you know what? Dog was
listen,
dog.
Listen, folks.
Charles was about to go see the Reverend.
Yes, he was. He was about to go see him.
But listen, how would you be mad at Charles if he went to see him?
I mean, it's totally relative to what the preacher did. Now, I put it like this. If we talking about the episode where he got mad at the pastor, I had more of an issue with the wife running to the pastor.
Agreed.
But that's because in the series, I put it like this. The pastor of the church where me and my mom and them go, bruh, you can't get no more, in my opinion, more rock solid advice. You know what I'm saying? What he gives you is going to be strictly from biblical. What thus saith the Lord.
But that let me know that's a Bible teaching church where you say thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord. But you know, but he's really good at taking the word and applying it to life. You know what I'm saying?
You brought up a good point. Knowing the source of your counsel.
Right.
If it's old janky pastor.
Right. Pulling up in a Bugatti. What's the pastor from The Chi?
I watched like a bit of season 1.
Yeah,
but never
like
really watched all.
Kirk Franklin little dude. He just and it's a character. So it's a fictional character. So I don't have problems critiquing a fictional character. A real pastor, I'm not a pastor, so I'm not going to critique how sound their spiritual advice is. That's not my place. But looking at that character, clearly,
you see this.
Clearly,
wait. You see, wait.
There are some.
You see the side I'm giving you, right?
Well, Brian, I'm not mauling preachers on camera. You do all the mauling. I'm not mauling pastors. I'm not a pastor, so I can't evaluate the quality of somebody's spiritual advice.
You know some janky pastors out there, bro. You know it is.
Oh, no, I ain't saying it's not. I'm just not to say who is and who isn't. That ain't my place. But yeah, it's some janky preachers out there. And, but that comes down to knowing your source. You know what
Correct.
You got to know your source. And, I don't have a problem because, first of all, I am a believer, and I do believe that you need God to help order the steps of your household.
And you know what? I explained this to someone. It's an illustration that I once saw. If you follow this simple umbrella, God being the greatest protection from everything else, the husband is next, protecting the wife, thereafter the kids. If you follow that model, if you just follow that simple model, your household is going to be so smooth.
I tell you what, though, this I don't know if this all the way on subject, but I'm gonna tell you, boy, I had a girlfriend one time, and boy, she drove me crazy because I don't want to. She was very spiritual nature, right? And when her spirit don't feel right about something,
I remember you telling me this story. Go ahead.
I'm like, something just don't feel right in my spirit about that. I'm like, and sometimes I think people, well, in my experience with that particular person, she was using that spiritual feeling
as a defense mechanism.
Well, as a defense mechanism, as a way to manipulate a conversation and manipulate circumstances. You know what I'm saying? If she didn't want to do it for whatever reason,
my spirit don't.
It don't agree with my spirit.
That's a convenient fallback.
Right. And then
that's a convenient
and then what
deflection.
I'm gonna say, you know, then what I'm gonna say.
You arguing with God.
You know, yeah. So I just start telling her he need to tell me the same thing he telling you because he ain't told me what you saying.
So you went to that level of heathen.
Listen. If God gonna tell you something about me,
I should know first.
He should be telling me the same thing. Right? You know what I'm saying? Duh. God said you need to buy me a new car. Yeah, well, you tell God to tell my bank that.
No, let me right over here get this Hot Wheels for you. So since we're talking about friends, man, I'm about to make a statement.
Oh Lord!
I'm about to make a statement.
When you preface it like that, I already know it's about to be. Listen, the opinions of Sterling Sealing do not reflect the opinions of the show or Studio 2305. Go ahead.
You ready for me to make this statement to you?
Yes. Oh, it's to me directly.
To you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Do you agree or disagree?
Disagree. Absolutely. No, just what? Well, okay, hit me with the question.
Friendship is essential to the soul.
Bruh, what kind of question is that?
It's just a question. Do you agree or disagree with it?
Of course I agree. Would you like for the mighty Q side? Friendship is super essential to the soul, bro. You can't live a whole healthy, happy life without friendship.
Man, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna get through this. I'm thankful for you, bro.
Appreciate it.
No, dog. When I saw some dark days, you didn't know it. You were there to provide a listening ear without judgment. You were there to provide sound advice. And there were times you were there to provide a laugh, even when I wanted to cry.
Wow.
And for that, bro, I say thank you for being a friend.
I probably was judging you, though. But no, I'm just...
Well, that's cool, too.
Nah, but no, bro. It definitely go both ways, bro, because I can't tell you how many times I done came and sat on that porch, fixed me a drink, turned on the game, and just escaped from whatever the hell I was trying to escape from for a minute. You know, just to go somewhere and breathe and just be able to, you know, and going back to topic, I think one of the biggest problems when somebody inside a household, whether it be the man or the woman, putting more stock into outside voices than inside the house, what it does is create a battlefield inside the house, man. It's like you come home and you fight all your battles out there in the world, going through your day to day. And when you come home, that should be the place where you can come home, take your armor off,
and be vulnerable,
and just be on some recharging, get ready to go put the armor back on tomorrow and go back out there.
You got to leave on. You got extra armor up when you go.
No, yeah. When you come home, you got to go get the little stainless steel nut cups and everything. Because they're going to low blows.
But you know what?
They know where all the low blows at, bro. So, you got to get the stainless steel ball cup.
Jesus. Even as I said on the intro, man, it's unscripted. I was actually winding the show down, about to go to the outro. But you know what? I think that both men and women need to understand the importance of bonding time with your same gender friends. For example, the boys' trip, the girls' trip.
Yeah, that's necessary. It's necessary.
I take a guy's trip every year. We go to different locations. And, you know, chicks might ask, y'all just going over there to screw women? No, I can do that at home.
Right.
When I tell you, man, that time, we got the rule. It's like the Vegas rule. What goes on the trip, what's said on the trip, stays on the trip. Yeah. When I tell you, man, with the fellas I roll with, you can be vulnerable. You can get out your angers. There have been tears. they've been like, man, how did you get through this in your life? You know, the concept of iron sharpening iron, it might be something I got a question about. I'm the youngest one in the group. So these brothers who are older than I am have probably crossed that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be something, although I'm younger, I may have gone through it and I can help them through it.
Right.
But the whole concept of iron sharpening iron, and I realized the beauty of a girls' trip. Back in 2009, I acted as security on a. No, I don't think I ever told you about
Maintenance
this.
man on the cruise ship.
No. We actually flew to an international destination. They didn't want the husbands to go.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't like messing with none of them.
Right. You walk around the cruise ship with a tool belt. There go your maintenance man.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. But no, seriously.
Screwdriver.
But it wasn't until I was able to see those women be goofy, silly, vulnerable, and just themselves, I realized the true function of a girls' trip. However,
there's Dexter St. John.
Yeah, hey, pretty lady. Make a reference to Eddie Murphy Raw. If you don't know who Dexter St. Jock is, reference Eddie Murphy's Raw.
Dexter St. Jock.
Hey, pretty lady.
Right, throw that thing on his shoulder.
Oh man, Jesus.
Hey, blow that back out. Come home, appreciate your man a little more.
Oh God, don't do that.
And my middle name is Dexter. Okay, it's really not, but
I was about to say, man, on that note, bro, I think it's been a good show today. Looking forward to more great topics, helping you get what's on your mind off here at the Ballhead Barbershop, Studio 2305.
Yes, sir. See y'all next time.